Welcome back to Horoscope TV. So imagine waking up on Monday feeling like you just, won the lottery, but then by Wednesday, the universe decides to audit your bank account.
Yeah, that is quite the whiplash, but honestly, it is totally accurate for this week.
Right. So if you are a Taurus, or even if you just have a lot of Taurus energy in your astrological charts, you are about to experience exactly that.
Oh, absolutely. It is going to be intense.
Yeah, so this entire show is completely dedicated to you for the week of August 17 to August 23, 2026. You really need to tune in right now because this week is basically a giant emotional and cosmic roller coaster.
It really is. When we analyze the astro data for this specific week, it is just this crazy sequence of events.
Like it starts with these sudden moments of pure joy, maybe some extra cash in your pocket, but
Right.
then it hits this really strict reality check right in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. But, the good news is that it ends with this massive, deep healing. So there is a payoff.
Well, thank goodness for that, because, the astrological charts are showing this pattern of extreme contrast, right?
Right. You have this huge expansion and, pleasure at the start. And then that is followed by severe restriction.
Which sounds awful.
It does, but it forces a necessary repair. So it is not just random chaos. There is a very specific design to how this week unfolds for a Taurus.
And that is exactly what we are going to break down today. We are going to look at the psychology behind why you react the way you do.
Yeah, and we will give you the exact tools to actually handle it.
Perfect. So let's just jump right into Monday, August 17th. The party begins.
Yeah, the energy here is incredibly high, like
Yeah.
off the charts high.
You are going to wake up feeling so positive and optimistic, just genuinely happy, right?
Yeah, it is the kind of day where the sky just looks bluer, like your morning coffee literally tastes better.
I love days like that. And the reason for this totally comes down to your ruling planet, right? Venus.
Precisely. I mean, to understand a Taurus, you always have to look at Venus.
Because Venus is kind of their boss.
Sort of, yeah. Venus governs what you value, how you experience pleasure, and your deep need for comfort.
Okay, so what is happening with Venus on August 17th?
Well, Venus makes a connection, a lucky connection with Jupiter. We call it a sextile when we analyze the charts.
A sextile, so that is a good thing.
Very good. It is a highly cooperative, really friendly angle. It means these two planets are actively helping each other out.
And Jupiter is a pretty great planet to get help from, right?
Oh, totally.
Mhm.
Jupiter is the planet of growth, expansion, luck, and just massive positive energy.
Wow. So your personal planet of pleasure is getting a direct injection of luck and growth.
Exactly. And for a Taurus, comfort is not just, a nice luxury. It is a fundamental requirement for a good life.
It is basically survival for them.
Right. So when Jupiter hits Venus, it is like all the friction of daily life just vanishes.
That sounds amazing. But let's talk about how this actually plays out in the real world. Starting with love, because Venus is the planet of love, right?
Yeah. It is. So if a single Taurus wakes up with this energy, the world essentially just rolls out the red carpet for them.
Wait, really? Like they just walk out the door and people notice them?
Yeah, because Venus rules beauty and charm, and this connection with Jupiter makes you magnetically charming on this day.
Oh, wow. So you are going to feel super popular.
Very popular. But it goes deeper than just, getting a few smiles on the street. Jupiter expands your whole aura.
Your aura of safety and warmth, I'm guessing, since Taurus is all about feeling safe.
Exactly. People will be drawn to your energy because you feel like a safe harbor, but like a really fun, expansive safe harbor right now.
So if you are single, the astrodata strongly suggests this is the absolute best day of the week to meet someone new.
Without a doubt, it is prime time for dating.
I would even say, do not just wait for it to happen, If
Yeah.
you are single, Monday is not the day to order takeout and watch a movie alone.
No, definitely not. You have to put yourself in environments where this energy can actually work.
Right, like go to a coffee shop. Or maybe sit at the bar at a nice restaurant.
Yeah, or go on that date you have been putting off for weeks. Your charm is turned all the way up.
But you still have to give the universe a target to hit, right? You can't just hide in your house.
That is a really important point. Astrological charts show the potential, but you have to provide the action.
Makes sense. Now, what if you are already married or, in a long-term relationship?
Then this energy translates into a very deep sense of harmony. You and your partner are going to feel this strong mutual appreciation.
Ah, that is nice. Like a great day to remember why you chose each other.
Exactly. It is just the perfect day to enjoy the life you have built together.
But it is not just romance, is it? Because this expansive Jupiter energy, It spills over into other stuff.
Oh, it spills directly into your work and your money. It is a total domino
All
effect.
right, because when your personal life feels secure, which is the ultimate goal for a Taurus, your confidence just skyrockets at work.
Exactly. And people naturally want to be around positive people, especially positive, steady people.
So on August 17, you are positioned perfectly for networking, leaving a really good impression on the boss, maybe.
Yes. And here is where Jupiter really shines. Jupiter absolutely loves to expand your bank account.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
The positive impression you make at work could easily turn into a real financial reward.
Like a small bonus. Or just figuring out a clever way to increase your income.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe a friend finally pays back an old loan you forgot about.
Which is huge, because financial stability is basically the bedrock of a Taurus's peace of mind.
It really is. So this little boost of cash will feel incredibly validating for them.
But there is a catch, right? There is always a catch when we talk about Jupiter.
Yeah, unfortunately. Because Jupiter just does not know when to stop.
Right. I look at this energy and I think about like walking into your favorite bakery.
Okay, the bakery analogy. I like.
Yeah, so you walk in and the owner says, "Hey, today everything is totally free." Right. Your immediate instinct is going to be to eat every single pastry in the glass case.
Because why wouldn't you? It is
Exactly.
free and it is right there.
Exactly. But if you do that, you are going to end up with a terrible stomachache by the afternoon.
That is a really good way to look at it. But let's analyze it a bit deeper in the astrodata.
Okay, tell me more.
It is not just that the bakery is free. It is that the food actually tastes better right now.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because Jupiter temporarily removes your sense of guilt or consequence. It literally expands your appetites.
Oh, wow. And a Taurus already has a very intense relationship with sensory stuff, right? Like taste, touch, smell.
Exactly. That is how they process the whole world.
So when Jupiter takes away those practical limits you usually have, the temptation to overindulge is massive.
It is huge. You might completely ignore your diet or have way too many drinks with friends.
Or just skip your daily exercise routine because the couch feels way too comfortable.
Yes, exactly. The astrocharts advise that you totally should treat yourself because celebrating is healthy.
Right, but you need some boundaries.
Yeah, you have to maintain at least a sliver of discipline.
Because if you go completely overboard, you are going to feel physically sluggish the next day.
And that is bad timing, because the next day is exactly when you need your wits about you.
Because the energy of the week is about to change completely. So eat the free cupcake, but leave the whole cake in the display case.
Perfect advice.
Now, before we get into how the energy shifts, I want to mention a secret weapon. A Taurus has a helper this week, right?
They do. Your absolute best match for the entire week is Virgo.
Virgo. Okay, another earth sign.
Exactly, because you both share that grounded, really practical nature.
So they match that need for steady, predictable growth that a Taurus craves.
Yeah, completely. When you get that extra money on the 17th, a Virgo knows exactly how to celebrate with you.
In a way that feels real and lasting, not just like flashy or reckless.
Right. And there is a very specific reason in the charts why Virgo is so helpful right now.
What is happening with Virgo?
Well, Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury. And on August 17th, Mercury is forming a highly helpful angle with Saturn.
We call that a trine, right?
Yes, a trine. It means Virgos are operating with incredible mental clarity right now.
Like they are super sharp and reliable.
Very sharp. They are focused entirely on the long game.
So if you want to figure out how to invest that unexpected extra cash you just got, talk to a Virgo.
Absolutely. They have the architectural mind to help you map it out perfectly.
They will help ground that huge Jupiter energy into something real.
And you're going to need their practical advice very, very soon.
Because the ground is about to shift beneath your feet, isn't it?
It really is. The fun is over.
Right. And, that overindulgence on Monday is exactly what sets the trap for Tuesday.
Yep. You let your guard down.
You are full of good food, feeling confident, totally secure, and then this subtle shift hits you completely blindside.
It is a rough transition.
So we are moving into the middle of the week now, August 18th through August 20th. The background music suddenly changes.
The universe steps in and asks you to look at your long-term goals instead of just partying.
Okay, so it starts on August 18th. What exactly shifts in the astro data?
On August 18th, the true node changes its path.
The true node.
Yeah.
Okay, let's analyze that simply for everyone. What is the true node?
So it is a mathematical point in space related to the moon's orbit. And in the charts, we view it as a cosmic compass.
A compass. Okay, pointing to what?
It points to your future, your destiny, and the specific direction you need to grow into.
Right. So when the true node changes its path, it signals a massive shift in your life's trajectory.
Exactly. And for Taurus right now, this shift is targeting your professional life, your career.
And let's be incredibly clear here. A Taurus does not like sudden shifts at all.
No, they hate them. You are a fixed earth sign.
Right. You build a routine, you pour concrete over that routine, and you expect it to just stay there forever.
Forever and ever. So when the true node slightly moves the compass needle, it feels terrible.
You might wake up on Tuesday and realize your long-term professional goals just feel wrong.
Yeah, you might suddenly think, wow, I want to try a completely different career path.
Or maybe the way I'm doing my job right now is totally unfulfilling.
And it is a deeply unsettling feeling for a fixed sign to have those thoughts.
The comfort you felt on Monday suddenly feels like a cage on Tuesday, right?
Exactly like a cage. But it is so crucial that you do not panic.
Right. Do not just quit your job on the 18th because you feel antsy.
Please do not. The true node is a very slow-moving point.
So it is just a gentle cosmic push to start exploring new ideas mentally.
Just mentally, yes. However, the real pressure actually starts to build a couple of days later.
Right. On August 20, what happens then?
The first quarter moon happens, and it happens in the sign of Scorpio.
Oh, boy. Moon phases always demand action, right?
Always. The first quarter moon is specifically a phase of pushing through obstacles and making hard choices.
And because this is happening in Scorpio, well, Scorpio sits exactly opposite to Taurus's in the astrological charts, right?
Exactly opposite. So the focus is taken entirely away from you and placed onto other people.
So this moon phase is going to force you to collaborate.
Yes, forced teamwork.
Oh, wow. So you are going to be put in situations at work where you simply cannot complete a task alone.
Right. You must be willing to share control, delegate tasks, and actually listen to your coworkers' ideas.
I have to stop and unpack this, because asking a Taurus to share control of a project is basically asking them to go against their core survival instincts.
It really is.
It is so hard for them.
A Taurus does not hoard control because they are power hungry,
Right.
They hoard it because it is risk mitigation.
Exactly. To a Taurus, delegation feels like jumping out of an airplane without packing the parachute yourself.
That is a perfect way to describe it. Why on earth would you trust someone else to pack the parachute when you know exactly how to do it right?
That is a phenomenal way to analyze the Taurus mindset. It is entirely about risk management for them.
They know their method works. It is safe.
It is safe, but the first quarter moon in Scorpio demands depth, trust, and transformation.
So the astro data is basically saying your usual method will fail this week. Yes. Carrying the entire burden yourself will absolutely fail right now.
Because the project is too big, or the goals are shifting.
Both. The shifting goals from the true node mean you might need skills you literally do not possess yet.
So how does a Taurus actually survive this without losing their mind?
It is going to take a lot of effort.
Like, imagine a workplace scenario. You have a spreadsheet. You have meticulously color-coded.
Okay, I can picture it.
A coworker comes in and says, hey, I think we should format this totally differently.
Oh, a Taurus would hate that.
Their internal monologue is screaming, do not touch my spreadsheet. How do they navigate that moment?
Well, it requires overriding that initial physical reaction of being super protective.
So take a deep breath.
Yeah. When that coworker suggests a change, instead of immediately rejecting it, you have to force yourself to ask a question.
Like, why do you think that works better?
Exactly. Because Scorpio energy is all about uncovering hidden value.
So you have to trust that someone else's idea might actually combine with yours to make a stronger parachute.
Even if it feels super uncomfortable at first, you have to push through the annoyance.
You have to actually let others contribute. That sounds absolutely exhausting for a fixed sign.
It is very draining.
I mean, you are trying to navigate these deep internal career shifts. You are forcing yourself to smile and share your spreadsheet.
Your battery is draining really fast.
And right in the middle of this delicate, highly stressful teamwork, the absolute last thing you need is loud, chaotic drama.
No, you do not want drama.
Which brings us to the big warning for the week. Avoid Leos.
Yes, Leos are your absolute worst match for this specific week. We really need to look at why.
Okay, let's analyze it. Why are Leos so bad right now?
Well, the sun is currently moving through the sign of Leo.
And when the sun is in a sign, it turns the volume way up, right?
Up to maximum. It amplifies all of that sign's natural traits.
So Leos are currently feeling exceptionally confident.
Extremely loud and highly demanding. They want to be the center of attention in every single room.
Which is the exact opposite of what a Taurus wants right now. You just want a quiet corner to process your shifting career goals.
Right, while keeping an eye on the coworker who is messing with your spreadsheet.
Exactly. But it gets worse on August 20, doesn't it?
It gets much worse. The same day you're dealing with that forced collaboration, the sun in Leo forms an angle with Lilith.
A trine, right.
Yeah.
A smooth connection. And Lilith is the wild card.
Lilith is pure rebellion.
So what does that mean when they connect?
Lilith represents this wild, untamed energy that completely refuses to conform to any rules.
Oh, wow. So when the powerful sun connects smoothly with Lilith,
Leos are going to feel this overwhelming urge to cause a massive scene.
just break the rules for the thrill of it.
Exactly. They will be highly dramatic, rebellious, and totally oblivious to the careful environment you are trying to maintain.
So picture this. You are in a really tense meeting, trying to politely share control of a project.
A nightmare for a Taurus.
Right. And then a Leo bursts into the room, demands everyone look at them, and proposes a completely wild, off-topic idea.
And they expect you to applaud them for it.
It is going to drain whatever patience you have left in about 3 seconds flat.
It will completely clash with your energy.
Because a Taurus seeks to build while this Lilith-infused Leo energy just seeks to disrupt.
Exactly. So your best strategy here is pure, total avoidance.
Do not try to manage the Leo,
No, do not try to calm them down or tell them they're being disrupted.
because that will just make them louder, right?
It'll make it so much worse. Let them have their bright spotlight somewhere else.
Just politely excuse yourself from their presence.
Yes. Refocus on the people who are actually trying to collaborate with you quietly.
Protect your peace at all costs, because you are going to need every single ounce of resilience for what happens the very next day.
Friday the 21st. The hardest day.
We have survived the shifting ground, we played nice with others, we dodged the Leo drama, but now we hit the bottom of the roller coaster drop.
It is a steep drop.
August 21st. This is the strict reality check. The fun from Monday is officially paused.
This will undoubtedly be the most challenging day of the week.
Let's analyze the charts. What is causing this?
On August 21st, your ruling planet, Venus, forms an aspect called an opposition with Saturn.
An opposition? That sounds bad.
When we analyze an opposition, we're looking at two planets standing on exact opposite sides of the sky, literally pulling against each other.
Like a cosmic game of tug of war.
Exactly. It creates immense tension, a feeling of being blocked, and just a stark standoff between two very different desires.
And Saturn is the absolute last planet you want standing in your way, right?
Oof, Saturn is tough.
I usually think of Saturn as like a strict coach walking into the locker room.
That is a great analogy.
The team is goofing off, throwing towels, playing loud music that was Monday with Jupiter.
Right, everyone's having fun.
But on Wednesday, Saturn walks in, turns off the music, and suddenly the room is dead silent. It kills the mood instantly.
The strict coach analogy is very close, but let's refine it just a bit.
Okay, refine away.
Saturn isn't just turning off the music to ruin your fun out of spite.
So he isn't just being mean.
No. Saturn is walking into the locker room, handing you a massive, complicated playbook, and saying, if you don't memorize this by tomorrow, you are off the team.
Oh, wow. That is heavy.
Saturn is the planet of discipline, harsh realities, limits, and time.
And Venus just wants to relax, enjoy romance, spend money, and eat good food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Saturn looks directly at Venus and says, no, playtime is over. You have not earned this comfort yet.
So this opposition makes you feel like all the joy has been violently replaced by heavy, unavoidable responsibilities.
Yes, it feels very restrictive.
Let's break down exactly how a Taurus experiences this, starting with their relationships, because Monday was all about harmony and charm.
Right, but the 21st feels like a sudden, shocking drop in temperature.
Oh no, like they get the cold shoulder.
Yes. Because of this Venus-Saturn standoff, you or your partner might suddenly feel emotionally cold.
Just incredibly distant or highly critical?
You might wake up and feel like a thick brick wall has been built between you two overnight.
The warm, expansive safe harbor from Monday is just completely gone, replaced by isolation.
It is jarring.
That sounds terrifying, especially for a sign that relies heavily on stability.
It is very scary for them. A Taurus is going to wake up, feel that coldness, and immediately assume the relationship is falling apart.
They are going to think, what did I do wrong? Is this over?
And that is the exact crap they must avoid.
So what is the advice for August 21st?
The most critical piece of advice is, do not take this personally.
It is just the astrological weather.
Exactly. When we analyze Saturn's role in the charts, We see its primary function is to administer stress tests.
A stress test. So this emotional coldness is not a sign of a failing relationship.
No, it is a temporary cosmic test of your loyalty and your endurance.
Saturn wants to know if your commitment is strong enough to survive a quiet, heavy, joyless day.
Without either of you running away or picking a massive fight.
So the absolute worst thing you could do is panic and demand answers.
Yes. Do not push them.
If your partner is being quiet, do not follow them around the house asking, "What is wrong? Why are you acting like this?"
Because honestly, they probably do not even know why they feel so heavy.
They're just reacting to the transits.
Right. And if you push them, you will turn a temporary cold front into a permanent storm.
So you must practice extreme patience. Give them space and demand space for yourself.
Physical and emotional space is the only way through.
Now let's talk about the money, because earlier in the week, Jupiter was expanding their bank account.
They were making extra cash and feeling very secure.
Does Saturn come to audit the wallet too?
Absolutely. Saturn is the ultimate financial auditor.
Oh man. So what does that mean practically?
This transit is a severe warning against buying luxury items, treating yourself to expensive meals, or wasting cash just to impress people.
So let's run a hypothetical here. A Taurus made an extra $500 on Monday from a clever work bonus.
Okay.
On Wednesday, feeling stressed by the emotional coldness at home, they decide they need comfort.
Classic Taurus move. Retail therapy.
Right. So they go online and buy a very expensive, beautiful designer jacket. What happens?
Saturn will immediately punish that careless spending.
Instantly.
Pretty much. Within hours, they will likely regret the purchase, feeling a deep wave of guilt instead of comfort.
Or maybe like a practical punishment.
Exactly. An unexpected bill like a car repair or a medical expense will suddenly pop up the very next day.
And they will desperately wish they had saved that extra cash.
Saturn is directly testing you to see if you were foolish with your early week luck.
So the clear instruction from the astro data is to hoard your resources today.
Do not spend money. Freeze your accounts mentally.
Put the credit cards in a literal block of ice if you have to.
I highly recommend it.
Now, I want to talk about how this all feels physically. Because for an earth sign, emotional boundaries aren't just abstract thoughts, right? They are a physical reality.
Very much so. The mind-body connection is huge here.
You mentioned earlier that this heavy energy can bring stiffness to the joints.
Yes, physical stiffness.
Let's analyze that mechanism. How does an astrological transit make your knees hurt?
It is a fascinating psychosomatic process, and it is particularly pronounced in fixed earth signs like Taurus.
Okay, break it down for us.
Your nervous system is deeply wired to your physical environment and your sense of security.
So if things feel unsafe.
Exactly. When you feel emotionally restricted, like the coldness from your partner or the financial anxiety brought by Saturn, your brain perceives this as a loss of safety.
It thinks you are under attack.
Right. And in response, a fixed earth sign's body literally internalizes those emotional boundaries as muscular armoring.
Muscular armoring. So you literally brace yourself for impact.
Yes. You physically tense your muscles, particularly around the joints, as a subconscious way to protect your core.
That makes perfect sense. If you feel emotionally boxed in, your muscles build a literal box around your skeleton.
That is exactly what happens.
So you wake up feeling achy, tight, and physically heavier, as if gravity has suddenly doubled.
It can also bring a feeling of mild sadness. Just a kind of heavy fatigue where everything feels like too much effort.
So how do you fix this? If your body is armoring itself, do you just lie in bed under a heavy blanket all day?
While lying in bed might sound really appealing to a Taurus right now, it will actually lock the tension in further.
Oh, so you shouldn't just hide.
No. You need to gently, deliberately move the energy.
What does the data suggest?
The astrological charts point to stretching and light yoga as the absolute best remedies for this day.
Light yoga, not a crazy boot camp workout.
No, absolutely not. You are not trying to do high-intensity exercise. Saturn represents limits, so pushing your body hard will only cause injury today.
You just want to gently coax the muscles into releasing that physical armoring.
Right. By slowly stretching the body, you signal to your nervous system that it is safe to release the emotional tension, too.
You stretch the body to stretch the mind. I love that.
It is very effective.
And just to add insult to injury, while you are dealing with a distant partner, freezing your credit cards and trying to stretch out your aching back, how are those Leos behaving on the 21st?
Oh, they are actively making your life much harder.
Of course they are.
While you are feeling this intense restriction and just trying to survive the day quietly, a Leo in your life is going to demand constant praise.
They will want you to validate their ideas, compliment their outfit, listen to their dramatic stories.
And because of Saturn's heavy influence on you, you will have absolutely zero emotional energy to give them.
You cannot clap for a Leo when you are holding up the weight of Saturn. It is literally impossible.
Their demands for attention will just make your feeling of restriction 10 times heavier.
So again, enforce strict boundaries and keep your distance.
Hide from them if you have to.
Okay, so August 21 is a brutal stress test. We are keeping our heads down, saving our money, stretching our bodies, and hiding from Leos.
That is the survival guide.
But you promised a light at the end of the tunnel. You promised massive healing.
I did, and it is coming.
Let's look at the end of the week. August 22 and August 23. Does the roller coaster finally start climbing again?
It does, but we have to navigate one final, really small bump on August 22.
Okay, what is the bump?
On this day, the sun forms in opposition to the true node.
Oh, the compass needle again. What does that do?
This aspect tends to create sudden, unexpected drama in your immediate environment.
Given the lingering energies we just analyzed, this drama is almost entirely going to be driven by Leos, right?
Yes, Leos who feel they have been ignored for too long.
They realize you haven't been clapping, and they decide to cause a scene to force you to look at them.
Exactly. The absolute best strategy for August 22 is to aggressively focus entirely on your own personal projects.
Put your headphones on and ignore the room.
Yes. Do your own work, tidy up your own physical space, which is very grounding for a Taurus, by the way.
Cleaning the desk always helps.
It really does. Just completely detach from the drama swirling in the office or in your friend group.
You want to maintain a clean slate because you need to be ready to receive the truly beautiful energy that arrives on August 23.
Yes. The healing finish.
Let's finally talk about August 23, the rescue mission. What is happening in the sky that changes the whole landscape?
Two major shifts happen on August 23. First, the sun leaves the loud, dramatic, demanding sign of Leo.
Thank goodness. Where does it go?
It enters the highly practical, calm, grounded sign of Virgo.
Oh, wow. Your fellow Earth sign.
Yes. For an Earth sign like you, this immediately lowers the atmospheric temperature.
It brings a profound sense of order and sanity back to the world.
It is a massive relief.
Yeah.
And second, the exact moment the sun enters Virgo, it forms a gorgeous flooring angle with an asteroid named Chiron.
A trine with Chiron. That name comes up quite often when we analyze the charts. Who is Chiron?
In astrology, Chiron is known as the wounded healer.
The wounded healer. Okay, what does that mean practically?
It represents our deepest vulnerabilities, the psychological pain we carry, but also our greatest, most profound capacity to heal ourselves and others.
Okay. And where is Chiron right now?
Right now, and for a long time actually, Chiron is stationed directly inside your sign, Taurus.
Hold on, I want to interrogate that concept for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
If Chiron is the wounded healer and it is stationed in Taurus, that is like having the wounded healer sitting right in your living room.
It is.
But that implies someone is bleeding on the carpet. That sounds incredibly messy, painful, and chaotic, which is exactly what a Taurus has been trying to avoid all winter.
Right.
How is a wounded healer in the living room a good thing?
That is a very astute distinction to make. It is not that Chiron is bringing a fresh, bleeding wound into your space.
Okay, so no new injuries.
No. Chiron represents the wounds you already have, your insecurities, your fears of instability, the aches you picked up on August 21 during Saturn's test.
Okay, so having Chiron in your sign means you are just deeply, intimately aware of your own vulnerabilities right now.
Exactly. You are hyper-aware of where it hurts.
But on August 23, the bright, life-giving sun moves into Virgo, your highly compatible Earth sign.
And it shines its warm, clarifying light directly onto Chiron in your sign.
So it acts as a massive cosmic repair kit.
Yes. The sun isn't highlighting the wound to make it hurt. It's highlighting the wound to apply the medicine.
That is a beautiful way to phrase it. How does this cosmic repair kit actually fix a Taurus's week in practical terms?
It restores your inner peace completely and thoroughly.
Let's go back to that physical armoring, the stiffness in your joints and the mild sadness from the 21st.
Right. This Sun-Chiron transit acts like magic medicine for your body and mind.
It literally dissolves that physical tension.
It does. The heavy fatigue lifts. You are going to wake up on the 23rd feeling lighter, healthier, and infused with bright, renewed vitality.
The armoring is removed because you finally feel safe again.
Exactly. The threat is gone.
That is such a massive relief. But what about the relationships?
They get healed too.
If they survived that cold, distant standoff with their partner on the 21st, what do they do now? Do they just pretend it never happened?
No, absolutely not. Now is the exact right time to talk about it.
Really? A Taurus talking about feelings.
Yes, because the energy of Virgo is clear, warm, and highly supportive of practical communication.
So you can use this day to gently talk through any hurt feelings or confusion from the 21st.
And you can do it without anyone getting defensive.
You will find it remarkably easy to understand your partner's perspective.
You will realize that the coldness was just stress and connect on a much deeper, more secure emotional level.
This brings up a genuine question about how Earth signs heal, though.
What is your question?
If this is a massive healing day, does that mean a Taurus needs to sit down, hold hands, cry, and have a massive dramatic therapy session about all their painful feelings?
No, definitely not.
Or does the healing happen differently for them?
We must remember we are dealing with pure Earth sign energy here, Taurus and Virgo.
Right. Very practical.
The healing does not look like a dramatic crying session. That is a water sign's way of processing.
So how does a Taurus process it?
For a Taurus, healing is profoundly practical and natural.
Mm-hmm.
It happens through shared, grounded routines.
Like making breakfast together.
Exactly. It looks like making breakfast, pouring a cup of coffee, and just saying, hey, I was really stressed and grumpy on Wednesday. I am sorry about that. Let's have a good day today.
So it's just quiet, honest acknowledgement. I felt disconnected. You felt heavy. I am glad we are solid again.
That is exactly it. It is grounded reality.
And your best match, Virgo, is going to be the absolute perfect companion for this, right?
The absolute perfect companion. With the sun now energizing their sign, Virgos bring pure warmth and absolute clarity into your life.
A Virgo will help you heal any lingering insecurities just by listening to you.
And offering incredibly practical, sensible support.
They will help rebuild your inner confidence brick by brick.
You will feel deeply understood and completely unconditionally safe when you spend time with them on this day.
And what about the financial audit? Does the cosmic repair kit fix the bank account too?
It absolutely does, provided you pass the test.
Right, if you followed the strict rules on the 21st.
If you kept your credit cards frozen and did not waste your cash on luxury items,
then August 23 is going to feel incredibly validating.
Because the sun is shining through practical Virgo, you are going to feel a profound sense of financial security.
You will look at your accounts, see the money you saved, and feel deep pride in your smart banking decisions.
Your core need for steady, reliable growth is completely satisfied here.
The stress test is over, and you passed.
Yes, you survived it.
I love how perfectly this week wraps up. It is a complete narrative arc.
It really is.
You get the lucky windfall, you get tested to see if you can handle it responsibly, and then you get the deep, grounded security as a reward.
The universe is a very good teacher.
Now, to make sure you actually survive this roller coaster from Monday's highs to Wednesday's strict lows to Sunday's massive healing, we need to give you your specific practical tools.
Yeah, let's open up the Taurus toolkit for the week.
Having tangible practical tools is not just fun for a Taurus, it is essential, right?
It is entirely essential. When you have a physical focus, it helps ground your nervous system during those unpredictable shifts we analyzed.
Exactly. So let's start with your color for the week. Your anchor color is forest green.
A very strong choice.
Now, as an earth sign, green is always a comforting color for you. But why specifically this deep, dark, earthy forest green right now?
We need to analyze what forest green represents to the subconscious mind.
Okay, what does that mean?
It is the color of deep, ancient woods. It represents stability, endurance, and life that survives harsh winters.
Wow. So when you are navigating the highly stressful parts of this week, like trying to suppress your annoyance while sharing control of a project,
Or dealing with the heavy, restrictive, cold energy of Saturn.
you need a psychological anchor.
Exactly. Wearing a forest green shirt, writing in a green notebook, or deliberately placing living plants on your desk provides a visual cue to your brain.
It literally tells your brain to root down.
Yes. When you feel that physical tension rising, or when a Leo is causing chaos in the room, you can look at that deep, earthy color.
And actively remind yourself to stay rooted.
You become like a massive ancient tree that simply allows the storm to blow around it without moving an inch.
That is a highly effective grounding technique. Stay rooted like an oak tree when the Leos are blowing around like a hurricane. I love that visual.
It works perfectly for an earth sign.
Okay, next up we have your lucky numbers for the wit. If you are taking notes, grab a pen.
Get ready to write these down.
Your numbers are 2, 6, 18, 24, 38, and 42. I will repeat those so you have them. 2, 6, 18, 24, 38, and 42.
Excellent.
So how does a Taurus practically apply these numbers when the week gets chaotic?
Numbers act as fantastic mental anchors to break spirals of anxiety.
Give me an example.
For instance, if you wake up on the 21st feeling that intense physical armoring and emotional coldness, you can use these numbers for breath work.
Oh, like breathing exercises.
Yes. Breathe in deeply for 6 seconds, hold that breath for 2 seconds, and exhale slowly.
It forces your nervous system to regulate.
Or, if you need to escape a dramatic situation at work, tell yourself you are taking exactly an 18-minute walk to clear your head.
That is brilliant. Give yourself a specific numbered boundary.
You can also use them for scheduling. Perhaps plan an important healing conversation for the 24th hour.
Or just look for these numbers in your daily life as small, comforting signs from the universe that you are exactly where you are supposed to be.
Exactly. They are little guideposts in the fog.
Finally, let's recap the important dates to remember, because pacing your energy is the absolute key to surviving this week.
You must circle these dates on your calendar and mentally prepare for them.
August 17 is your lucky start.
This is the day to open the throttle. Be charming, go on dates, network aggressively at work, and gladly accept any unexpected financial gifts.
But do not eat every pastry in the bakery. Leave something for tomorrow.
Correct. Enjoy the expansion, but maintain a sliver of discipline.
Then, circle August 21 in red.
This is the strict reality check.
Expect delays. Expect a sudden drop in emotional warmth.
Absolutely freeze your spending and gently stretch your aching joints.
Do not demand answers from your partner, and do not take the heavy energy personally. It is just a test.
And then the reward.
August 23, the healing finish.
This is the day to exhale. Talk things out calmly, connect deeply with a Virgo, and soak in the magical cosmic medicine.
It restores your body, clears your mind, and secures your bank account.
It is so incredibly empowering to have this map of the week before you walk into it.
You know exactly when to push forward, when to bite your tongue and share your spreadsheet, when to hide from the dramatic Leos, and when to open up for healing.
Which brings us to a really profound realization about how these astrological charts actually function as a cohesive whole.
What do you mean?
These transits are not isolated events. They are deeply interconnected steps in a necessary process.
So when we pull back and look at the entire week, what is the ultimate takeaway for a Taurus? What does this all mean?
I want to leave you with a thought to chew on as you navigate the ups and downs.
Okay, lay it on us.
What if the coldness, the painful distance, and the heavy physical restriction you experience on August 21 is not a punishment at all, but actually a profound gift?
A gift. I have to say, waking up feeling emotionally isolated and physically achy while your partner ignores you does not sound like a gift in any reality.
It doesn't feel like a gift in the moment.
I know. But think about the mechanics of the week.
Okay.
Without that sudden, strict pause in the fun, without Saturn walking into the room and aggressively demanding that you stop spending and stop indulging, what would happen?
Well, you would likely just keep coasting on the expansive, greedy energy of Jupiter from Monday.
Exactly. You would spend all your extra money, exhaust yourself with endless socializing, overeat.
And completely burn out your nervous system without ever stopping to reflect.
Oh, wow. So Saturn doesn't just ruin the fun. Saturn forces you to pull the car over before you drive it off a cliff.
Exactly. Saturn forces a full stop. And because you are forced to stop, sit quietly, and endure the discomfort, you are placed in the exact right position to receive that deep emotional healing and true security that arrives on August 23.
You must experience the restriction to fully appreciate and absorb the healing.
If your body never physically tensed up, you wouldn't experience the profound relief of releasing that tension.
If you never felt the coldness, you wouldn't value the warmth of reconnection.
Sometimes the roadblock is actually the map, showing you exactly where you need to heal.
The roadblock is actually the map. That is a brilliant way to reframe the hardest day of the week.
It changes everything when you look at it that way.
So when you hit that wall on Wednesday, do not panic. Do not assume everything is broken.
Just remember, it is deliberately setting you up for the most beautiful, secure weekend.
Thank you so much for joining us for this special Taurus forecast. We know this week is a lot to handle, but you have the tools, you have the roadmap, and you are ready.
You are definitely ready.
Thank you for listening to this episode on Horoscope TV. If you want to make sure you never miss a critical week and you want to be fully prepared for whatever the universe throws at you next, please subscribe to the show right now so you can get notified the exact moment the next episode is available. Have a wonderful, healing week, Taurus.